Hello there, everyone, and a very happy Monday. I do all hope that you had a great weekend and that you had a great start of the week as well. The lovely Han will be behind the badge today, and she'll be popping in all of the links to the products. Also, if you do share the stream, you are in with a chance of winning a $15 gift certificate to the Altenew store. Hello there, everyone that has popped in. Hello there, Zamara, and also Sue. I really do hope that you're having a great start of the week. Okay, everyone, so we are talking about the Marvelous Monthly series that we do have on today, which has been released. So I'm going to pop you down so we can take a look at the products and then we can create a couple of cards as well. Hello there, Anne. I do hope that you're all good. Okie dokie. So I'm just going to flip these cameras over. And there we go. We should be okay now. Okay, 1 second. There we go. So we are good. Oh, Sue has been playing with the dancing poppies. So we hope that you do like them. All right, so I'm going to take a look at all of the products that we do have. First up, we have the engraved motifs. So this is the Craft Your Life project kit. So in this, we get the 6x8 stamp set, which includes 3 beautiful floral clusters, as well as some really great usable sentiments in there. You're also going to get the die set, which is going to cut around the 3 floral clusters and also the large sentiments that we have. You are also going to get the simple coloring stencil. This includes 4 stencils. They're all 6x6, and they're going to enable you to color in the images that we have on the stamp set. And as well as that, we also have the engraved motifs embossing folder. Now, this one is only available as a subscriber. So if you do want to get your hands on this wonderful kit, you are going to have to join the subscription to be able to play with that one. So I'm just going to move that one over to the side. Oops. And I do have a card that I did make with it, this one. So I hope that you like that one. Okay, so hi there, Dawn and Audrey. Hope that you're all having fun. Next up, we have the Esplanade flowers. I really do hope that I got that right, but I don't think that I did. So this is the the Builder Garden, sorry. So in the kit itself, you are going to get the 6x8 stamp set. This includes 3 beautiful blooms, some leaves, and also some really cool layers for this one. As well as the stamp set, we're also going to get the simple coloring stencil for this one. And this one has 3 layers. Again, this is all of the stencils are 6x6. If you do want the add-on for this one, this is available separately. So you are able to buy the add-on die set, which is going to cut out all of the flowers and all of the leaves that we have on the stamp set. Okay, so once that one's done, I'm going to pop that over the side. Please let us know. We are always interested to know which ones you are going to be popping on your wish list or even in your little cart too. Next up, we have the Zinnia layering die set. In here, we have lots of really great size dies, I would say. And they do have 2 flowers and also 2 different leaves in here. To tell the difference between each of the flowers, I'm just going to lift these up. You can see that we do have 2 different cutouts in the center. This is going to enable you really easily to kind of layer these flowers up without even having to think about it too much. All you're going to do is layer out the cutouts rather than the flower itself. It really is a great system to use. Okay, so there is the Crafter Flower Zinnia. Then I'm going to go on to the Spark Joy. So this is one of our newer ones that we have in here. And this is the Spark Joy subscription that we have. So in these subscriptions, we have a hot foil plate and then a simple coloring stencil, which works with the hot foil plate. So the hot foil plate that we have in this time around is the Festive Flowers. Now, these ones look like some kind of trumpeted blooms to me, maybe a little bit, I don't know what kind of trumpet flowers there are. I mean, daffodils, but it's not a daffodil because it hasn't got the large petals around here, but they do look very tropical to me. So you have 3 different flowers in there. You can see that the lines are beautifully thick in here to create some beautiful foiling. I will just bring this in because this is the foiling that it is going to create. So it's a really great fine line that you are going to get on there. So I already have one already foiled, so we can play with that one. And then as well as the hot foil plate, you are going to get the simple coloring stencil. So in here we have 3 stencils, all 6 by 6. They have various different layers, so you can quickly and easily add color to the hot foiled design. So here we go, and you can see that we do have the layering guide in the center, so it's really easily to work with. Oh, Vicky, yes, that zinnia is amazing, but it's really, really easy to assemble. So after the Spark Joy, we have the newest one, the newest subscription on the block, and this is the Dynamic Duo. So in this, you're going to get a 3 by 4 stamp set and also a simple coloring stencil. So this one is called Treat Yourself. And in this one here, we have lots of great sentiments, as well as these little doohickeys at the top. So when I first got this, I was a little bit confused about what these are, but these are actually the centers for the stencil words. So here we have the little A, we have the solid one, and also the little outline one. And we have it for the D, we have it for the B, and we also have the P and the R as well. So these can definitely be used on their own to create some really cool patterns, but they are made to work with the stencil perfectly. As well as the happy birthday sentiment that you're going to get a balloon, you're going to get an exclamation mark, and you're going to get these really cool kind of flowers here. You can definitely layer these up, but they do look great just with one layer and then one of the little flower centers that we have on the stamp set as well. So that's a really great one to use. I think this one is great for those tricky cards, you know, the teenager birthday cards. I think that this is a great one, and I think that you will get lots and lots of use out of it. Okay, so last but not least, in our little subscriptions this month, we have the mini pattern power. This is so cool and so clever. I was actually talking to Leonie, who does Create and Craft, and we were saying that we would never be able to kind of figure out how to do this by ourselves. So you don't have to. This is the mini pattern power. You're going to get this really cool kind of background design and some really great sentiments too, as well as some hearts. The dies will work with the sentiments and the hearts. Now, this little die, you can use it on its own, but you can rotate it 3 times to create this really cool background. I just love it. It's just too clever. So that is our last one there. Please let me know your favorites. Please let me know what you want to take a closer look at. And if not, I will just keep going with the plan that I have in my mind. I am going to start with the Festive Flowers because I do already have the foiled part prepped, so we may as well use that one. So you can see that we have this beautiful kind of floral cluster here. Now they are trumpet flowers, but I think these ones here, if you wanted to, you could get away with coloring these green to create more of a leafy cluster, but that's completely up to you how you want to use it. I will use it as the little guide that we have in there suggests. Okay, Debbie, it is so pretty. So I'm just going to open this up so you can see exactly what we are going to be doing. So I have my image, and for you to kind of, if you've just got this out of the packet, the best way I find to kind of line this up is to kind of match the orientation that we have on the picture with the orientation that you have on your card. So if you need to kind of turn it a little bit to get it perfect, you can do that as well. But it's harder to kind of work from this to this. So just make sure you just flip that around. Sounds simple, but I've done it the other way. Okay. So we can see here that these purple pieces are going to be a part of this flower over here. So as it's purple on there, let's see if we can do a purple tone on here. I'm not sure I've got all of the kind of colors out for this one, but we'll see. So I'm going to go with hydrangea. Oh, Serena, yeah, and I did want to show another way to kind of use the hot foil plate as well, which I will do after this. So I'm just going to quickly kind of put this together. So I have the orientation there. Once you have that orientation, normally you just need to kind of slide the image up and the rest of it will just kind of lock into place there. So I'm going to add some purple. Let's go with some pink flowers too, shall we? Pinkalicious? Yeah, we can have some pink flowers too. So you're going to be able to see each of the kind of flowers individually this way. I will need to go and grab something to kind of do that technique with the hot foil plate, but I will. Okay, so there's my Pinkalicious. And let's go with a yellow flower. I love adding a yellow flower. I really do, or an orange flower. It always kind of brightens things up, I think. So I'm going to go with the Snapdragon, one of my favorite color names of all time. So we have the hydrangea, the Pinkalicious, and also the Snapdragon. Oh, thank you, Han. Yes, and I am using the small blending tools. I have to say these are my favorite ones. I don't know. I just find that they work best for me. So if you like the other ones better, that's fine. Everyone has different preferences. So always just try them out and see which one you find works best. So once I have one down, I'm going to go on to two. I'm just going to use the same colors again, but I'm just going to go lighter. So I'm not going to re-ink this, just to show you that you don't necessarily need tons and tons of the same kind of color. You can just use less ink or even more ink to create a different look. So I've got that orientation, so I'm just going to slide, and you can see, and that kind of just a little bit of tweaking, and that is perfectly in position there. So this flower up here is purple. So because I want that trumpet really, really dark, I'm going to really heavily ink. Again, I haven't inked this up. I'm just really pushing hard right at where that base is. And then that's going to be good there. Again, not inking this up. These carry a ton of ink. So you don't necessarily need to ink up all and all and all the time. And let's go in with some Pinkalicious. I'm trying to get that scent a bit darker. So I'm going to add more ink into there. Probably didn't need to ink up again, but I did. So we'll go with it. Okay. You can see just how those flowers are kind of coming to life just right before your eyes. I love it. And then we're going in with number 3. So we have this kind of divide line, and that means that these images on this side will all line up at the divide line, and then maybe the images on the other side will too. I'm going to class that as a leaf, so I'm not going to color that in, but I am going to go in with my pink pieces, so that one, and my yellow, and then the purple. So hydrangea, Pinkalicious, and also that Snapdragon. Okie dokie. I'm going to go in with some of the fresh dye inks. This is one of my favorite green colors. I love eucalyptus as a plant. So to have the eucalyptus color. It does make my heart very, very happy. So this is the eucalyptus of the fresh dye inks. Now with the leaves, I do want to add really dark kind of at the base, but then kind of go off to nothing at the top. And I'm using a mini blending tool for this one because these leaves are really quite small and I don't want to add too much ink to them. Okay, this is just going to need a little bit of a twist. So I'm just going to line those leaves up at the bottom, and we also have that leaf at the top. The one in the center will kind of sort itself out. So beautiful and so quick. Okay, so we've only used 4 inks to create this beautiful, beautiful look that we have here. Okay, so I'm going to put that on my please clean me pile, and I am going to die cut this. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly snip around. I'm just leaving a white border, so it's near enough, I'm not going to say perfectly, but near enough the same kind of width as it would be if you had a die to cut this out. But with the subscription, you do not get one. So you're just going to get the hot foil plate and also the, give me the word, the simple coloring stencils. So I am just going to cut this out, and I'm going to create a background with the hot foil plate. Okay. I know. I hope you're intrigued. Hopefully it's not going to be too busy. It may be, but we can figure that out as we get to it. So I'm just going with it. This is one of my favorite things to do, especially after a long day, is just to sit down with some beautifully colored images and then just cut around them. It relaxes me. I'm not one to sit there and just watch TV. I need something to do with my hands. So if it's not cross stitch, I'll be fussy cutting, or it'll be the phone, and that's not good. So I would rather be fussy cutting. Oh, please don't be sorry you're late. You can always watch the show if you want to. The replay, that's the word. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna go and grab a tool. And it's kind of a new tool to me. I have a brayer, and I found a way to kind of use the hot foil plates if you don't have a hot foil machine. Oh, Audrey, I love fussy cutting. It's one of my favorites. Okay, so I have my hot foil plate, and I'm going to be using some antique gold. And what else have I got? I have some dark cardstock. So let's have a play, shall we? So I have my antique gold, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to very, very gently tap the top. Now this is a great way if you do love the design, but you don't yet have a hot foiling machine, but you really, really want to have the hot foil plate. So maybe you're kind of saving up for your hot foiling machine, but you want to get some things ready. You can still play with it this way. So I've just tapped along the top. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to place my cardstock down, and I'm just going to use a brayer. I think that slipped a little bit. I have done this before and it didn't slip and it was perfect, but you know, I'm on a live now, so it's definitely going to slip right. Okay, so I'm not really happy with it, so I'm going to try again. Okay, so I'm just going to tap, 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 tap. What I could do, I don't know if it's slipping. I think it's actually slipping on here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to add a little bit of double-sided tape on there. Yeah, I'm happier with that now. Okay. Okay. Trying my best not to let it slip now because, you know, I've done it once. But there we go. Yeah, I'm missing a bit here. We're just going to go with the antique look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink that up again. And we can always do it the other way too. It's a little bit more tricky. Okay, so we've inked. We're holding. Once you're happy, drop it. Okay, that's all you can do. Just need to drop. I've definitely pulled that, but hey. There we go. I think it looks so cool. So we have our background with our, you know, inked up hot foil plate, which you can definitely do. Okay. Also, you can try and use these as like an embossing tool as well. You will need to kind of cut down on your plates, but you could try it on that too. Right, so I have my background. Now when I pop this down, it's gonna kind of, I don't know, it's not working for me. Reason being is the white background that we have. Now I just need to find my perfect blue, and I think it's over here. Now, if you have the navy cardstock from Old to New, and you want to get the perfect color for going around the edge, it is the Starlight. So this is the perfect color. I just need to, I think it's in the, oh, 1 second. It's in the Beach Garden colors. So if you are after the artist markers, which has the Starlight in, it's the Beach Garden set. Okay. Oh. So I'm just gonna quickly go around the outside edge. Now, normally I would spend, I would say, a lot more time on this, trying to be extra careful not to go over the foiling because the artist marker will stain it. So I'm just going to go around that. But I do love this look. I mean, you could definitely, if you wanted to, go right the way up to the edge when you fussy cut. But I do find that this little cheats way of looking like you've actually done all this on dark cardstock is really cool. It's one of my favorite techniques. Just finding the kind of perfect marker that works with your cardstock can be a challenge, but as soon as we come up with this Starlight, I was like, that's it. That's the one. That's the one that works with the navy cardstock. And this one is never going to run out of ink, ever, ever. Please let us know if you have any questions as well, especially while I'm doing this really boring bit. And I'll be happy to answer them. Also, if I do miss any questions, the lovely Han will give me a nudge so I can answer them too. Okay. Not long now. Please also let us know your favorite kind of subscription. Is it the Dynamic Duo, which is the newest one? Is it this one? Do you love the hot foil plates? Or are you a kind of one that's had it from the start and you love the crafter flower? Please let us know your favorites. We're always kind of intrigued to know which ones you have, and even if you have a favorite ones as well. Okay, so I'm just going to color in the little landlocked areas that we have here too. But then I think we are good. If you wanted to add in some flower centers, you can definitely do that too. So I'm just going to dab in some orange. Again, this is from the Beach Garden. And there we go. Just a couple of little dabs. And that is great. Okay, I do want to have my really kind of bright florals not cut off, so that's why I'm putting my yellow there. I'm just going to pop this up with some foam tape. Sorry, just reaching over for my scissors. Oops. And I'm going to be using the Instant Dimension foam tape to pop this up. Pop that in place. Now I am going to leave this with no sentiment on. Reason being, I always put sentiments on my cards, and then once I realize I need a card, it's never got the right sentiment on. So my tip and helpful hint is, if you create a card that you love, don't go ahead and pop a sentiment on right away. You can always keep it, and then when you find the perfect recipient or the perfect kind of occasion for it, you can always add a little sentiment on as well. But there we go. Okay, so I'm going to move that one over. I'm going to use that dynamic duo. So I'm going to create a quick one with the dynamic duo this time around. This is so fun. So I'm going to use two different techniques because I did forget to show you the new markers that we had. So I am so sorry. I forgot. So we have 3 new packs of markers, and I will use them in the next demo because I had them over to the side right there and I didn't show them you. So I am sorry, everyone. There are 3 new markers that we have. So these are the dual tip pens, and we have 3 different color selections. The first one we had was Hawaiian Shores. And now we have 3 more, and these are fabulous. I don't think I can pick a favorite one out of this one. There's kind of bits in each one of them that I love. So we have the Islands of Fiji first up. This one is so bright and vibrant. In this one, we have Paper Bag, Velvet Fuchsia, Peach Perfect, Fresh Lemon, Bamboo, Grassfield, Emerald, Minty Mint, Sea Breeze, Caribbean Sky, and Azurite. If you pick one of these or any of them, if you have 2, they will not have any duplicates in them. So they're all going to be separate. Next up, we have the Tahitian Terrace. In this one, we have the Burnt Red, Warm Sunshine, Olive, Hunter Green, Volcano Lake, Desert Night, Eastern Sky, Hydrangea, Rubellite, Coralberry, Pink Pearl, and Chamomile. And then last but not least, I think these ones are the kind of more pastel-y shades. But then we have the kind of one that's in the middle, and this is the Zanzibar. And we have the Espresso, Ruby Red, Baby Pink, Snapdragon, Citrus Burst, Lime, Dewdrops, Ocean Waves, Teal Cave, Ultramarine, Nimbus, and also the Butternut. So we do have a great selection of pens, and I will use them right now. Okay, so now that I've gone back to those, I am sorry that I didn't show them you before. Let's create a quick kind of wreath, I think, with this part. Yeah, let's go for it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab actually one of my round inks, and I think that's going to be the perfect size for a wreath. And I'm just going to add a circle. So these fresh dye inks will also be the perfect size for a fabulous wreath guideline too. And I'm just going to add in some flowers first. I'm just going to use the same colours as I used before because we have them out, and I don't think I'm going to need to re-ink. So Hydrangea, Pinkalicious, and Snapdragon. So I'm adding a purple flower, and then to kind of even that out, I'm going to add one over this side. I may need to dry that off a little. One sec. I have some kitchen towel. Just going to wipe that. Doesn't necessarily need cleaning, just a bit of a wipe to get that excess ink off. And you can overlay these. Pinkalicious. And I'm going to add in some yellow. So this is the Snapdragon. I'll add another Snapdragon up there. Okay. You can see how quick that was to create my little flowers that we have. And then we can add in the leaves. Trying to figure out where I put my eucalyptus, and it is here. Yeah, all of the colors are amazing. Oh, and I ordered all 3 sets. Yep. I don't think I could choose. They all have some really great colors in, and it's just, I don't think you could choose wrong. If you just wanted one set, go for it. You're definitely going to have something in there you can use for lots and lots of projects. So I'm going to be using the eucalyptus for the little leaves. Now, oops, I've gone over there. I shouldn't have. I should have masked that out, but I didn't. Never mind. Let's pretend that it's perfect. Okay. And I'm going to add in some of the flower centers. So I'm going to put that over to Please Clean Me pile. And for the flower centers, I'm going to go in with Marigold. And we do have lots of kind of choices that you can use. I'm just going to grab one. I'm a bit of a lazy crafter at times. If one center will work for all of the flowers, I will use that one center. So I'm just going to twist it slightly so it does look like they are different. Oops. I went way off with that one, but it's fine. We can make it into a double center. Ta-da! And we've created another look right there. Maybe add a double center onto that one. Okay. And to even up the color, because we've got like a purple and a yellow on that and just one pink, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little spot image that we have, and we're going to use the same color as before. So this is the Pinkalicious, and we're just going to add in some dots just to kind of even up the colors. And it will fill in some spaces too. So that's going to add a little bit of interest. Just by adding those little dots, they may be flower centers, but just look at them a little bit different, and you're going to be able to create some little tiny little flowers with them as well. So there we have that. Now we have the sentiment. And we're going to use this. I find the best way to use this is to kind of line up this word in the center. Okay. What color shall we go for? I want a dark color. So I'm going to go with Zanzibar, and we have this nimbus color. So it is a navy. And instead of using this tip, I'm going to go in with the very, very cool tiny tip. So let's give that a go. And also, these do fit in there. So you don't need to worry about losing those. Just pop that in. All right. So instead of ink blending, you can always use your stencils as a pen stencil. And I know you guys are probably thinking, oh, yeah, I used to do that at school, but I haven't done that for a while. Yeah, just give it a go. You could paint through this as well if you wanted to. Don't necessarily think because it's a stencil you need to ink blend. Think of all the other things that you can do with it. I'm sorry I've gone so quiet. I'm concentrating. Okay, so I have that, and now I'm going to add in this next part. I'm just going to line that up, and then we're going to add this. Okay. Obviously, I can't not put the sentiment on this one. This is mostly sentiment. This is a focal sentiment focus, I would say. Okay, so then we have that like that, which I think looks very, very cool. And then we have the little doohickeys that are going to fit within the centers. I will stamp these in grey because that's what I have out. I'm thinking grey denim or cloudy night, maybe a close enough match. Okay, so, and the clever thing about this is they have the little A, P, R, B, and D. Actually, I don't know if you can see, sorry. I'm just going to pop that behind. On the stamp set, so you can easily know which one is for. Okay. This is for the B. Oh, I'm not going to tap myself on the back yet for the really good match that is, but I'm just going to wait till it dries a little before I do. I'm going to do the D. But I am actually really liking the look of these kind of just outline words instead of having to color them in. You can definitely color them in, you know, you can do that. But I'm actually really liking I mean, it's there, but it's not in your face there. And then I just have the A. Okay. So you may be asking, okay, we've got the outline ones, but why do we also have the solid ones? Okay, I wanted to show you how I have used the solid ones. So say you wanted a light colored letter on a dark colored background. I'm just going to grab a little bit of scrap cardstock, so just so I can show you. So I have this. I'm going to grab out my happy birthday. I won't do it all. I'll just do the H maybe so you can see. I will grab myself a marker, and I do want a pink one. So I'm going in with the Zanzibar again, and this is the baby pink. And I'm just gonna, oh, I need to do one that needs a hole. So I'm gonna do the P. Okay. So I have my P. And I'm just gonna color that in. You can see how beautiful that brush nib is. It's just fabulous. And also these do work with water, so you can use these for watercolor as well. This is in fact just on normal cardstock, so this is just classic Crest. And then once I have that down, maybe I wanted the look of dark cardstock behind it. So I'm just gonna quickly go around there. Obviously you can spend a little bit more time. Okay. And then what we need is our little solid doohickey. Oops. And then we can ink that up and then stamp that in there. And that gives you the look of stamping a really light color on a dark card base. So that's one way that you can use it there as well. Okay. So I'm going to bring in the two little cards that we have created, if I find them, because, you know, it's a crafter's desk. As soon as we start crafting, everything gets pushed towards the edges and we're left working on this little bit that we have here. So these are the two projects that we made today. I think we've used the newest of the subscriptions. So we have the Spark Joy, which is the Festive Flowers, and we also have the Dynamic Duo, which is the Treat Yourself. Okay, so I'm going to move you guys up now. Okay, hey there, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. It has been lovely. I feel very relaxed now after my long day. So thank you for joining me. And hopefully I have given you a couple of ideas for grabbing out some of your crafty stash and get creating. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to the lovely Han for popping in all of the links. And we will see you again very, very soon. We do hope that you have a great week and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.